Ever wonder what protein is best for you or which supplement you should be taking for protein sources? I'm gonna go over that right now. If you're someone like myself and I have a very sensitive digestion because of my hernia, and basically over the years I have developed sensitivities, I myself take an all natural, to be specific, I take All Max, ISO natural, and I use the vanilla flavor myself. I do happen to like the chocolate and peanut butter flavors, but only the ISO natural basically aids my stomach. If I have a flare up, I have to go to the ISO natural, like unflavored, which is basically drinking like skim milk. Powdered skim milk is what it tastes like. Just to clear up whatever sensitivities I have. So people that usually tend to have sensitivities gravitate towards more natural isolates. Isolate, the difference between isolate and other ones are isolate is more refined, so it gets into the bloodstream a little bit quicker. It's very watered down, so it's not like, you can blend it with as much things as you want. You're not gonna get like a really, really thick shake. That's more when you get into just like a whey powder or stuff like that. So there's ones, once you get into like whey powder, just regular whey powder, that's where it's basically unrefined. It's basically just a whey substitute. So really what you're getting is an unrefined source of whey protein, which is derived from milk. And it is a little bit harsher, so a lot of people do get a little flatulent and get a lot of gas from it. It's a little harder to digest than the isolate protein that is easier to digest. And that's the one that you'll see more so in blending of shakes and shake bars and stuff like that, because it is the cheaper one of the two. Once you get into the isolate proteins and the natural isolates, the price kind of goes up a little bit pretty quick. But the whey powders are really good if you don't have any digestion issues. It's a great way to get your protein in. Great way to basically substitute, because you can make shakes with berries and milk and stuff like that. And they come out tasting amazing. I did have them in my earlier years when I was first getting into bodybuilding and stuff like that, and it really helped me. From there, you're going into more meal replacements, so it's more of a blend between the isolates and the just the whey powder. Usually it's going to be more so along the whey powder than the isolate, but it is a blend, and they call it like meal replacements. And they'll even add in casein powder as well, which I'll get into in a little minute. But the meal replacements are, you'll see some carbohydrates in there. You'll see there is a bit of a blend. There's usually like, it's never a 50-50. It's more like a 60-40, 70-30 split. More on the whey powder end because it is the cheaper product. And they try to make it affordable for people to have. They have other additives in there, like as I said, is carbohydrates. And that is that they blend up a little bit more thicker. So it's essentially what it is. It's a meal replacement. So they have a lot more things in there, the carbohydrates, the nutrients, stuff like that. And as I said, they're using casein powder. So casein powder is something that is a lot more slower digestive. So a lot of people use casein for like overnight, or a lot of people use it for baking. It's a slower digestible protein, and it really assists people that are having that kind of like overnight stuff. A lot of people use it for making protein pudding. So you have the Greek yogurt, they put in casein, and a little bit of like an all natural peanut butter, all natural almond butter, and they mix that up into like a protein powder that will last them over the night. So you're not up snacking and stuff like that. So it's a great source of protein if you're wanting that long-lasting, long-acting protein derivative. And then the lower of the food chain is mass gainers. That's where you're getting into something that is just chock full of basically everything they can throw at you to get the calories up. It is the lowest end of the pole when it comes to the whey powder itself. It's very hard on the stomach. People that do use it, you like in the medical field, you would use it for somebody that is on severe medication or they're severely undernourished. That's when doctors or nutritionists would be recommending like a weight gainer. I've seen people that are have cancer and they're taking radiation because they just can't eat. They can't eat regular food, so they need something to replace that nutrients in. So their immunities in their body will kind of be able to take that punishment that the radiation and chemo is doing to them. So a lot of them do use shakes because it's smoother on the throat. It's easier to get the calories in and stuff like that. So it is a great source that way. But for a regular person, it is not one of the greatest proteins to get in. As a personal trainer, I would much rather you eat real food than use a weight gainer. That's my honest truth for that, and that's my personal opinion. But it's just too downgraded of a supplement, and the uses that you're using it for is to replace a meal. So you're going to get a lot more nutrients out of an actual real food meal than using a weight gainer. I would rather you use like a meal replacement a little bit and a meal if you're having struggles getting that protein source in, or jump right to using like an isolate along with a meal, just if you needed that extra bit of protein in. So those are all the protein sources. I hope you like that kind of information. And if there's anything out there that you feel that you want me to kind of jump into and go over, feel free, put it in the comments and likes, and hit that subscribe button. So the more questions you guys ask, the more information I'm gonna bring your way. So